Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new horror icon. Terrifier 2. This is the 2022 sequel to the 2018 cult hit Terrifier. They were both directed by Damien Leone. The plot: Art is back after surviving his own suicide. The murderous, rampaging clown is back. He seems to be honing in on one girl and her family and friends, which will make for glorious carnage candy this Halloween season of 2022. I know it's 2024. Meh. While this film is not as stripped down to the bare bones like the first Terrifier, there are some things that make you wonder if it's all a bit too much in terms of the story. Certain things are left unanswered, which some are answered in Terrifier 3. Still, that doesn't make Terrifier 2 feel any less bloated when watching it. It's almost 2.5 hours, man. I mean, come on. Don't get me wrong, I actually really enjoyed this sequel. It is, as the director says, his Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. For that, you can find freaky elements and rockin' heroic scenarios. For the characters, we have Art the Clown, who is back and played yet again by David Howard Thornton. Art is as savage as ever. He takes so much pleasure in killing his hapless victims, relishing in their suffering. There are definitely some extreme scenes of violence in this film. Thornton came into his own with the first Terrifier, and he really honed in on that character in this one. He excelled right off the bat, and just kept pushing. His mannerisms and reactions to things are creepy, yet priceless.
Hey, did you hear what I said?
Sienna, played by Lauren Rivera, is our heroine. She fears something bad is going to happen on Halloween night, and you know what? She's right. Rivera is solid in the role. She carries enough baggage, and her performance shows that kind of weight being pressed upon her. Jonathan, played by Elliot Fullman, who I have seen on YouTube on his show Little Punk People. He knows where things are heading and tries to warn his family for the impending doom that is about to be bestowed upon them.
Look at this. It's him!
Daddy drew this?
He goes by his and Sienna's father's drawings, which somehow showcase events that happen later on after he has already passed, that have happened in the past now. Their father passed away in a car accident years prior. Barbara, played by Sarah Voigt, is Jonathan and Sienna's mother. She has had it with just about everything and everyone. Well, maybe just her 2 children. Jonathan is always getting her aggravated, and Sienna gets on her nerves sometimes. Voight's performance is a bit over the top at times, but I feel it kind of fits in this movie.
Get back to bed. You have school in the morning.
You mean I still have to go?
What did I say?
Brooke, played by Kaylee Hyman, and Ellie, played by Cassie Hartnett, are Sienna's 2 best friends. Brooke is more of a party animal, while Allie is a bit more on the sensible side. The little pale girl, played by Emile McLean, is a little ghost child who I didn't feel was going to be that creepy at first, but boy was I wrong. Her glowing yellow eyes make for some genuinely striking shots that took me off guard and are made of pure nightmare fuel. With a $250,000 budget, Leone really pushed the envelope, went as far as he could, and learned how to stretch a buck even further. Everything from the sets to the wardrobe really stick out. The color tone of the film is quite bright, and it might take some people out of it, but I think it's also a really good idea, because it showcases that all these effects are in broad daylight, or at least broad lit rooms. It's much different than the first film's grimy, grungy appearance. However, I quite like it. All the effects and sets and wardrobe really get to shine. And especially those effects, because the macabre imagery that is displayed, whoa. For the gore, the effects. While the first film was a highlights reel of carnage for what they could actually pull off with such little money, this sequel is downright grotesque. While it is not the goriest film ever made, there are still more than enough highlights. Anyway, we get a grisly eye gouging and head ripping open while the brains get taken out and munched on. There's a gnarly decapitation where the guy's head is cut up like a slice of cake. Not to the extent of 100 Tears' face slashing, but slower and probably more brutal. 100 Tears is a proto-Terrifier, in a sense. It's another gore-soaked, low-budget slasher film with a killer clown that should have gotten more recognition. There's also the bedroom scene, which can be hard to watch, especially because everything is so bright and pleasant. A severed head is used as a candy bucket. A man's manhood is diced. Then there's acid splashed into one's face. Then that person is beaten with a barbed bat all over. The effects are pretty good. I think they were actually better than the first, if I'm being honest. The blood is a bit bright. I'm not sure if it's because the film is so overexposed or still sickly, but not as realistic as it could have been in terms of the gore. Well, the blood. For the motion picture soundtrack, Paul Wiley returns and does a stellar job. Again, this feels very appropriate for the spooky season. There is that retro industrial sound that is carried over from the last movie. And it also adds new layers of shock and awe as well. Tracks like Hallway are peak intensity. Other new tracks like Sienna are mournful piano pieces. Terrified to Tears is an exceptionally edgy track. And Dinner Party, which is as epic as it can come. They're all welcome additions to this movie's musical score. There are also songs on here that have a throwback to the 80s film aesthetic. Sea of Faces, which is sung by Yolanda Cruz, is probably my favorite track. Pain, played by Boyer Harsher, and Black Lipstick by Powerman 5000 are all exceptional tracks as well. Overall, this is a solid sequel. It doesn't have the same style as the first, but the tone is maybe even more malevolent. I am sure most horror fans have seen this, but if you haven't, check it out. You don't necessarily have to watch the first, but it wouldn't hurt. It's a meaner sequel that has a bite that just won't let go. Overall, I give Terrifier 2 a 3 out of 5. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. You've been watching Shark House Entertainment, and I've been your host, Brian Gatto. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon. Also hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always, subscribe.